Hey friends, welcome back to the Handyman Journey YouTube channel. My name is Alan Lee, your host, and here at the Handyman Journey, we talk all about growing your handyman business and taking it to the next level. So if you like that idea and you want to do that, go ahead and subscribe to this channel and check out our other videos. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how to sell more handyman jobs. Recently, I did a video on the top 5 sales tactics, but today I want to talk about something inside of those tactics that I do at every single estimate that helps me sell more jobs. And you see, if you recall my last video, I showed you guys my binder. I bring this binder to every single estimate that I do. It is what's inside this binder that is very important in the sales process, for me anyways. So sit down, pull out a pen and paper, and take some notes because we're going to dig into it. So inside of this binder, there are a few things that you want to have. You obviously want to have a notepad so that you can take down notes as the client walks you through their house. Obviously, you want to have business cards. I personally have opted for going with magnetic business cards. I love it. The clients seem to love it. Right when I give it to them, they slap it on their fridge, and it's there forever. So that's one thing that I recommend you have. The other thing, which I want to say, is that I have found the key. This has probably been the biggest thing that we've done for the sales process of our business, and I want to let you guys know about it. It is a brochure. Creating a brochure. It's funny, I was actually talking to my marketing guy, and he was telling me that I think at the time he was getting estimates for a new roof on his house. And he was telling me that some guys would come in, they'd come in with a whole binder and they'd leave them with a pamphlet of kind of information about their company, their pricing structure, things like that. So that kind of got me thinking about why don't handymen give brochures or booklets when they go out and do estimates. So that kind of got me thinking. So basically my brochure is very simple. It's got my logo in big old letters, and then it's got my slogan here. And it says down here, this is 3 things that we are really dedicated to. Dedicated to service, integrity, and compassion. So when a client, we give this to a client at every estimate, when they open it up, they will find at the very front there a little bit of information. There's a picture of me, my wife, and my daughter. Aw, so cute. And a little bit of information about our business, when it was started, what our main ethos is, what our mission is, and really why they should work with us. And then here at the bottom it says, you know, as the #1 home service provider in Sacramento, in the Sacramento area, we are pleased to offer this free 22-point home maintenance inspection. Now this is the meat and potatoes, guys, okay? On this side is our free 22-point home maintenance inspection. This is really the meat and potatoes of this whole brochure. When they open it up, that's the first thing they see right there. This is basically an outline of all of the work that we typically do in our handyman business. So it outlines, you know, on every single area of the house. It's got kitchen, and, you know, in the kitchen category, you got faucets, sink caulking, garbage disposals, drains. You get the picture. Bathroom has the same, right? Faucet, sink caulking, things like that. Laundry, dryer vents, HVAC filters, smoke detectors, outdoors, gutters, downspouts, windows and doors, weather stripping, and screens, right? And it's got a little checklist, right? So I could go okay or need service. So this is something that you can literally fill out as you are going through the estimate and give this to the client. Take a picture of it for your own records and then give it to the client and be like, this is what your home needs, right? So the reason why I say this is the most pivotal thing in our sales process is because it is setting us aside from actually being a sleazy salesman. We talked about that a lot in our last video. If you want to learn more about that and the 5 tips, check out our last video. I'm going to link that up here. This really takes you from being that sleazy salesman to being a grandson or a son who really cares about the client and their house. Okay? The reason why we created this is so that a homeowner could take it and be like, oh, okay, I wonder what are because these are the most commonly overlooked items that go on in a house. So someone might look at this and be like, oh, dryer vent? What do you mean? Like, I run my dryer every week, but I didn't know that there's a dryer vent that needs to be cleaned. Believe it or not, it sounds crazy. Most people do not know or never even think about a dryer vent cleaning until they see it on this paper. And then you can inform them, oh yeah, a dryer vent cleaning is supposed to be done at least once a year. And they're like, oh, I've lived here for 20 years and I've never done it, right? That is an instant upsell, not because you need to sell the work, not because you want to make the money off of them, but because you actually care about them. Be like, hey, I don't want your house to burn down. I don't want you to have a dryer vent fire. I want to take care of this and make sure that you are taken care of. Maybe it's an elderly person who has bad memory, right? And they've forgotten to check their HVAC filters, or they have bad hearing, and you walk in the house and there's smoke detectors beeping everywhere. This is a way that we can really change our identity as handyman and become actual service providers, people that actually care for the client, right? Now, this was huge in my tips video. You have to actually care for the clients. If you don't care for the clients, forget this whole brochure. It's not for you. This is for people who actually care for their clients and want to create an experience of actually partnering with the client to better their home. And then on the back of this brochure, we have pictures of all of our employees, and we have our contact information. So if they misplace our card, then our contact information is on the brochure. When people stop me on the road and they ask for a card, I usually give them this brochure, just because this is a more adequate representation of our business than a business card. When people get this, it's got a business card on the back, but it also tells you a whole heck of a lot more. And when people ask me what kind of work we do, I bring this out. I point them right to the 22-point home inspection, and I say this is a list of the general things that we do. Obviously, there's more things that we do that aren't on here, but this is typically what we do and what we focus on. So that is the most important thing that you could do for your sales process, is create a brochure that actually helps you inform the client of things that need to be done around their home, okay? Now, if you are interested in learning more about this, more about sales, go ahead and go to handymanjourney.com, and we have a whole bunch of courses, a whole bunch of memberships that we would love for you to plug into, because it's really helped a lot of business owners take their business to the next level and actually start caring for their clients and actually get to a point where they can make enough money to care for their clients. So it's pretty fantastic. We also have a fantastic free Facebook group on Facebook called the Handyman Journey Mastermind Group on Facebook. If you are not a part of that, you are severely missing out. You need to get plugged into that. I will put a link in the description below on how you can get plugged into that. We also just recently launched our brand new book, the Handyman Pricing Handbook. That is on Amazon. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm so blown away by the responses that we've gotten so far and how many people that it's helped so far. So appreciate you guys watching this video. Like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys. This would be nothing without you guys. So thank you guys so much for chiming in. Hope you guys learned something, and ask me some questions in the comment section below, whether it's in regards to this or something else. Leave me a comment, ask me a question. We'll catch you guys on the next video.